questions to ask when you're buying a home in Bozeman. So one is how much home you can afford. I would say before you even start looking for a home, meet with a lender. If you like a home, you're not generally gonna have a lot of time to get pre-qualified and submit an offer. So before you even start your search, make sure that you know exactly what your budget is. Because homes do move quickly in our area for the last 5 years, even prior to COVID, and we do periodically see bidding wars regardless of the market. Number two, determine if it's better to rent or buy. Rents are incredibly high in Bozeman, so you might find that if you plan on being here for 5 to 10 years, it might be better to purchase a home. On average, $700 to $1,000 per room, and it can be more if you're in a more prime location. So you can weigh your pros and cons with tax deductions and stuff like that to see if you should be a homeowner. I especially tell people to think this through if you have pets, because pets can add a whole nother level of complexities when it comes to finding possible properties to rent. What type of mortgage you can get is number 3. And I always say, find that out, because if you're in Belgrade, Montana, or right outside of Bozeman city limits, you can apply for potentially a rural development loan. That means you can do it with zero money down, like big fat zero. You don't need any money. You can ask for seller closing costs and prepaids. And I always say have a little bit of a nest egg, because if you enter a home with absolutely no reserve and savings and something goes wrong, you're gonna find yourself in a pickle. So some savings is good. I'm not telling you to be irresponsible and meeting outside of your financial boundaries, but you don't really need a big down payment. Then there's FHA and conventional. And these opportunities, you can actually enter into either one depending on your credit score for around 3% to 3.5% down. So you don't have to worry about that really big misnomer with that you have to have 20% down to buy a home. That is not true. Now, can you afford the monthly payment? I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself, because if you have a big fat mortgage, it might be harder to afford. Number 4, what is the neighborhood like? So buybozemanhomes.com has a really cool subdivision search capacity where you can actually click on the neighborhood and you can search by area, by subdivision, and you can find out if you want to live in a specific area. We have tons and tons of resources. And maybe you're like, hey, my kid Johnny really needs to be in Meadowlark Elementary. We'll even let you search by school district, which I think is the only site in Bozeman. Don't quote me on that. But you can search by school district on our website, buybozemanhomes.com. So you can find out what neighborhoods are like, or you can reach out to an agent and we can really find the lifestyle that might meet your needs. Number 5, home condition. What does the home's condition like? Are you gonna have to replace the roof? Are you gonna have to replace siding? Is there a sump pump in the home? What does the exterior look like? Are you gonna be able to grill in the winter, or is the wind gonna be beating you down? Is there enough closet space? Because we are in Montana. Closet space, coat space, ski space, whatever, you're generally gonna need it. So our top 5 so far that we've covered is A, how much you can afford, B, is it better to rent or buy, 3, what type of mortgage should you get, 4, what is the neighborhood like, and 5, what are the home condition that you should be thinking of when you're looking at purchasing. Those are my top 5 list if you are buying in Bozeman, on kind of what you should be thinking about. And number 6 that I'll tell you is like my sneak peek, expansion of the city. What kind of future road improvements or subdivisions are going to be going in, because if you're going to have a major artery in some of these fields that look really great, maybe resale might be suck. And then next one is new subdivisions. If you're going to have a new subdivision going in next door, are you going to be competing with other real estate that might depreciate your home's value? That does happen on occasion. That's that. Don't forget to like, follow, share our page. Our handles are buybozemanhomes.com.